CBD comes from a plant called Cannabis sativa L, and like many plants, there are multiple varieties of the same plant. Cannabis has a variety called hemp, another variety called marijuana, and there's actually a subspecies called ruderalis. But we're going to talk about the hemp and marijuana varieties. And one of the biggest differences between these two varieties of cannabis are the chemicals that are inside of it. Now, cannabis has a class of chemicals called phytocannabinoids, and these are chemicals that will naturally interact with our body when ingested or used topically. The two most well-known cannabinoids are tetrahydrocannabinol, or THC, and cannabidiol, which is CBD, and there are a whole host of others in the cannabis plant. Now, cannabis is dioecious, which means that there is a male and female version of the plant. And the female version will flower, producing buds. And these buds have the highest concentration of phytocannabinoids, and that is where the CBD of the hemp is extracted, from the hemp variety, the buds of the hemp plant. Now, the Farm Bill of 2018 made hemp and any extract from hemp legal, 100% federally legal in the United States of America. And right now, the majority of states permit and many encourage farmers to grow hemp, with the states that produce the most hemp being California, Arizona, Colorado, Kentucky, and Tennessee. And the science overwhelmingly shows that CBD has a positive safety profile for adults, children, and pets in both the ingestible and topical administration methods. There are three main formulations of CBD products: full spectrum, broad spectrum, and isolate. Full spectrum means the product contains CBD in addition to a number of other components from the hemp plant. These components can be cannabinoids such as CBDV, CBC, CBN, CBG, CBL, and trace THC that is below the legal limit of 0.3%, in addition to a variety of natural chemicals called terpenes, which are plant flavorings, that also work with a full spectrum product to give the overall benefit. The broad spectrum is similar to a full spectrum, except that a broad spectrum is THC free. And an isolate only contains CBD. So with ingestibles like tinctures or capsules, if you're looking for something that can provide all the different benefits of a CBD product, the full spectrum and broad spectrum, what the science shows, is that it can provide the anti-inflammatory, the analgesic or pain relieving benefit, the anti-anxiety or stress relieving benefit, and is also an antioxidant. Now, the isolates, which are only CBD and also by definition THC free, are very, very good for the stress and anxiety relief only, but not very good, and we don't recommend them for inflammation and pain. One of the big differences you're going to find between full spectrum, broad spectrum products and isolate products is price per milligram. The price per milligram of an isolate is going to be much lower than a full spectrum or broad spectrum product. And so if you're looking for just the anti-anxiety benefit, that's why we recommend the isolates. Now, topically, the science shows that both a full spectrum and an isolate work well when you're using it directly on the skin to provide the pain relief and anti-inflammatory benefits. And yes, you can use tinctures or capsules along with topical creams at the same time, and for many ailments, that can be extremely beneficial. The average serving size for most tinctures is 1 milliliter a day, which is roughly 1 full dropper a day, which in reality, when you fill the dropper up, it'll fill about 3/4 of the way. And a lot of products have marcation lines on the dropper so you can see where that 1 ml mark is. Now, the strength will determine how much you're getting in that 1 milliliter. So for example, if you got a 500 milligram tincture, you will get 17 milligrams of CBD per dropper. A 1,000 milligram tincture will give you 33 milligrams of CBD per dropper, and a 1,500 milligram will give you 50 milligrams of CBD per dropper. Now you can take the 1 ml once a day, or you can break it up using a 0.5 or half a dropper in the morning, and then another half a dropper in the evening. You do whatever works for you as long as you're consistent. The CBD is a natural herbal remedy, and so consistency and patience are very important to getting the best results from using this product. Now with capsules, it varies on the potency depending on how many you're going to take a day. Some capsules are 15 milligrams of CBD, some are 25, some are 50, and some are stronger than that. And so again, consistency is very important. In general, we do recommend starting low and then gradually increasing over time to see how it works into your body. Now, the average onset of action for most adults is 3 to 5 days. And so what we recommend is you use the 1 milliliter if you're using a tincture a day, and then give it 3 to 5 days, see how you are, and then you can increase or decrease from there. When you increase by half droppers, or 0.5 of a milliliter, and then do that new amount for another 3 to 5 days. See how you are. And the idea is to keep doing this until you find what your beneficial amount is. Generally, with CBD products, finding the lowest dosage that's giving you the overall benefit that you're looking for is the goal. And like I said before, CBD is a natural herbal extract, and so consistency and patience are very important. Now, there's a difference in using CBD products depending on whether your goal is looking for the anti-inflammatory or whether the goal is looking for the anti-anxiety. And the general rule is that if you're looking for the anti-inflammatory, then more is more. So using more of a full spectrum extract will give you more benefit over time. With anxiety, less is more. So actually starting lower and increasing over time if necessary is important. If you're looking for the anti-anxiety benefit, you do not want to use too much CBD in the beginning. It can actually overload your body, and your body will actually start reacting against it, and this may actually cause anxiety. So lower is better. Now, how much you would need, depending on what you're looking for, depends on the ailment that you're treating. In general, what we see is people using these products for inflammation use between 25 and 50 milligrams a day. So for example, if you have a 1,000 milligram tincture and you're using that 1 milliliter a day, you're getting about 33 milligrams of CBD, which is right in the middle of the range that we see people using these products for pain. And so that's a really good place to start. And you can see whether that would be beneficial or not for you, and you can increase or decrease over time. Now with anxiety, less is more. And so there are many customers over the years who we've actually seen use about 5 milligrams a day and then increase over time. That does not mean that you can't use 50 milligrams a day for anxiety and have that beneficial. Again, it depends on the person. Every human is different, and so it depends what will work for you as you try to discover your beneficial level of CBD. Now, topicals are a little bit different than the ingestible products in that you're applying them on the skin and it has to get through the skin. CBD is a natural herbal extract, and so it may take a little bit of time for it to get through the skin. It doesn't have the same potency as a pharmaceutical product. And in general, we've seen the effectiveness range between 2 days to 2 weeks of consistent usage. And that means once or twice a day, putting on the area of pain in order to get the overall benefit. Like I said before, patience and consistency are extremely important when using a CBD product. Thank you, and I hope this helps you choose the right CBD product for your situation.